Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about the butterfly effect. The most of the videos that I found regarding this topic have been very insufficient in explaining what the actual meaning of this is. Or it's the repetitive statement that the flapping of the wings of a butterfly can cause a hurricane somewhere thousands of miles at some different part of the world. But I'm gonna explain it to you in such a way that it's gonna be crystal clear for the rest of your life. This is how my math professor explained this concept to me, and since then I have never messed it up.
Okay, so there might be a few loopholes in this, but this is just so that you get the basic idea of what we're going to be talking about. This example was given to me by a math professor, and since then it's been very clear to me what the butterfly effect is all about. So, how the example goes is that there is a point A and a point B. Now, what happened between these 2 points is what is important for us right now. Point A is, okay, let's assume this example as point A. You go for a walk on the beach and see a poisonous looking scorpion. Now you have two options, either crush it and kill it, or simply walk away. Let's say you decide it's not worth it, let me spare it, or you're a little bit scared of it and you walk away. Now here's point B. 1 month later, your cousin sister dies, along with 12 other kids at her high school. Now, let us bring the butterfly effect in play. Remember the scorpion whose life you had so graciously spared that day? Well, turns out a month later, a prominent politician in, let's say, perfect health for his age, since politicians are pretty old, was scheduled to give a speech that day on that very beach. Now, during that campaign speech, that very scorpion that you spared that day happened to sting this very politician who died. Now, this prominent politician was the only thing preventing a gun law from being passed in this very small town you stay in, and was against the possession of more than 2 or 3 firearms per person. With him gone, the law was quickly reinstated in a way that the number of firearms that an individual was allowed to possess was now increased. Due to this, Mr. X, who was a really big gun enthusiast, he happened to buy more guns than he could possibly store security, and hence had to leave a few handguns, or the less dangerous ones, in an unlocked cupboard, or till he could make better arrangements, more secure arrangements. Now, Mr. X's son, who was a clinically depressed and constantly bullied kid, he decides this is it, and takes the gun out of the cupboard, which wasn't locked, and takes it to the school with him next day, and shoots down 13 kids in his manic episode. One of them was your cousin sister, and all of this could have been prevented if only you had killed that scorpion that day. This, I guess, is enough to show you that the smallest of the actions could result in the biggest consequences. Now a real life example. When John F. Kennedy was 20 years old, he had chosen to do something that was going to result in his assassination 23 years later. What he did that day was he played football. If he had chosen to do something else, he would probably be alive and a lot of things would be different. For all of us, if he had remained president, everything would have been different. Well, what he decided to do that day was play football, and he got a lower back injury. Because of that back injury, he got a permanent back pain for all his life, lower back pain. And this struggle with his back pain was the reason that he used to wear a back brace. this back brace was something that stuck with him for a long time. If he had decided that day not to play football, just to go out watch a movie or something, he would not have gotten that injury and would not have been required to wear that back brace for all his life. Well, since that didn't happen, he was wearing the back brace the day he was assassinated. He would have ducked or slunked forward or fallen after the first non-lethal shot, but instead he remained upright because of his back brace, allowing his body to be positioned perfectly for the second shot. Many experts have agreed if the back brace wasn't there, which was the result of many years of lower back pain, which can be all traced back to that very single sports injury, it would have been the probable outcome would have been that JFK would have ducked or fallen forward and after the first shot, and the second fatal shot wouldn't have been lethal, and that could have given rise to so many changes. Well, I hope this helped you understand what the butterfly effect is all about, and I gave you something to think about. So the next time you make the smallest decision in your life, just think about what at what scale, what massive difference just a small action can make.